Alright guys, welcome to the Leviathan Core boss fight, or Leviathan something. I don't even really know what this thing is referred to as, but anyway, this thing is going to be a complete bitch on your first time through if you don't know exactly what you're targeting for, and if you're like me, you're probably just going to cheat a little bit and just abuse the hell out of programming. So the first thing you might notice is, yeah, I'm abusing the hell out of his strategy. Basically just don't do the full like Agony Ruja string, just do like the aerial version of it, like the first 2 hits, or like the first 2 reps of it, or something like that. And then cancel, and then switch right into Cerberus and do the air version of that. This trick is really simple if you can get it down. It's really just a matter of rhythm. I said before that Devil May Cry 3 is like a very high input oriented game. If you don't want to go for combos and stuff like that, it can be really deep and complex, and just doing that is like one of the things I came up with on my own actually. Although I'm pretty sure I saw that when I was doing it, but I don't know. Okay, if you have one of the layer weapons, you can make this boss fight a complete bitch. And yeah, I actually got it from it. I just pretty true. So these 2 things on the sides, well, these are probably the worst part of the boss fight. The one on the left, giant red one, absorbs any orbs that are dropped on in the area. So like, say someone drops like a red orb or a green orb, it's just gonna suck it right up. Like any enemies in the middle you kill, or anything that drops, it's gonna just eat it. It's just kind of a bitch. The one on the right, however, is worse, because like, you probably just saw stars like leaving out of Dante. That's double trigger. Like, not even kidding. That's like double trigger juices just being sucked out of him. Yeah, that organ on the right can actually absorb that shit. It's probably the worst part of the boss fight actually, because it severely hinders your combat ability. So you got these 2 bad boys who can steal basically all forms of your defense and most of your offense if you're not careful. So yeah, this boss fight is gonna be really nuts first time through, unless you follow this like pseudo strategy. So my personal preference, I figured this out. Well, first of all, it's like the thing I was doing earlier with like the weapon switching in midair in order to just rack a ball of damage. Artemis is pretty good here too, especially since this thing keeps spawning enemies that you got to crowd control a little bit. Anyway, you do that. Of course, this thing's like a dumbass and likes to kill anyway. You know, the one organ absorbed it. So what I did was I kept one of the organs alive. I just like brought it down to like almost no health, and I just killed the other one. So that way I could just immediately go in for some free hits. It's kind of time consuming if you, depending on what you're doing. However, if you do take one of them down to really low health, it won't be able to like absorb stuff. So you can get double trigger back, you can get orbs back, and heal yourself, all that good stuff. And it's also really easy to rack up a good stylish ranking here. However, it won't matter anything since you know you can't use double trigger. Oh god, red or the fucking lasers do so much damage on hard mode. If I'm playing a very hard mode, this playthrough would not last very long. Actually, that's not true. I could probably take on very hard mode at this point, but not without a lot of prep time beforehand, and not without a good save file. But maybe I'll do something for that later. Yeah, I still gotta be on Dauntimate Diamond mode anyway. So yeah. This boss fight can be pretty lengthy, considering how much health each one of these bad boys is packing too. I actually think I think due to the defense goes up the more you kill them too, or maybe like the longer the boss fight goes on for. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but yeah. Yeah, of course, as you probably figured, the lower this thing's health gets, the more annoying it is to kill. Now look at it, at the actual playback. I wonder if when you're attacking the one right, the double trigger absorber, I wonder if it actually can absorb your double trigger while you're attacking with it. I'm not sure. That's something to look into, but yeah. Could be a bit of a good exploit, but I'm not sure. So anyway, I generally find the Cerberus to be pretty good here, since if you're trying to fight this thing's weak point, you're going to be swamped by these guys. Like literally, no matter how many times you kill the guys in the middle, they'll just keep flanking over and over again. It's ridiculous. And I think I saw this thing getting a little bit of energy. I think it actually, when it absorbs green orbs, actually heals it a little bit. That's fucked up. Like, we're seriously fucked up. Yeah, it's also good. Sort of difficulty, I suppose. So, yeah. I think this is gonna drop it down to really low hit points at this point. Also, while you hit... Oh, wait, never mind. I was gonna say, while you hit one in the middle, it can't absorb a double trigger. Yep, can. Shit. But yeah, this is definitely not a battle of attrition you want to go for. This thing's, considering it just keeps sucking double trigger like your life essence, not good. Definitely not good. Yeah, actually, I think this boss fight here is this boss fight is here to teach you the value of like keeping your double trigger up and making sure you can pick up any orbs you can really get your hands on. I kind of think that's what it's doing. It's just like, you know, like game design value, it like teaches you stuff. I think this is what it's doing, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Wow, in a hard mode, this thing's gonna fucking block you. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I think it really is just like trying to teach you like good management of your resources and good crowd control capabilities. Considering it will be put to test later, but yeah. I actually do wonder if the one on the right has lower defense than the one on the left. I'm not sure how that works exactly. I could look it up, but I would just be swallowing it. I'm not sure. Of course, son of a bitch, as soon as you go in for the kill, has to do that laser attack one more time. However, I'm noticing that even that double trigger with the speed boost, the forward triangle move is ridiculous. So I'm gonna let this cutscene play out, and I'll see you guys in the commentary cut second. Yee!
Timid grew, a foundation that brought out fear. Fear. Yes. Fear. Can't you feel it? The rage and agonies of the people. Those who were confined here, with their desires for evil being unfulfilled. It was all because Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
You're gonna have one of those days. Son of a bitch.
So this is the next stage.
Wait.
If you're asking for a date, forget it. Because I make it a point not to go out with women who shoot me in the head.
Yeah, it probably won't be the last time that happens, buddy.
I'm not that desperate. Besides, I really don't care for guys who stink like blood.
Well, that's just a low blow.
You're right. So, tell me, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever, lady.
I don't think that makes sense. Gonna stick or anything.
I'll leave this to you. Because I don't want to miss the party.
Gonna call hang out with a clown at a party? Alright.
Who counted on you anyway?
Huh. Alright, just gotta resync my audio quickly since Audacity decided to fuck up on me earlier. Okay, switching over to mission start now. Go over to customize now. That's easy. Yes, folks, that's how I do my audio syncs. I hope, because my computer's been fucked up lately, unfortunately they expected to freeze on me, so I have no idea how much editing we have to do right now, but shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I really don't want to say shit like that, but okay. Hey, I can get a reward. Now just 4 more to go until I get it maxed out. Sweet. Alright. Swordmaster, what are you sitting at right now? 21,000? Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'll be able to get that maxed out by the end of the game. But I can try. Level 1, level 2. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like you can switch between different devil arms and see what you got. Crawler is terrible. I would never recommend using Crawler like at all. It's too linear. It doesn't do a lot of damage. It's too short. This. I'm already at the point I was practicing earlier. How about that? All right. Then after this mission, I'm gonna go ahead and start switching around some costumes and see what I can do. What all fun stuff I can do with it. So now the puzzles begin. Actually, no. This is the point of the game where it's gonna start getting really annoying and a little backtrack heavy. Like, you know how earlier the fucking the giant clock area was probably the worst area in the game. Well, really disorienting. Well, it's about to get a lot worse. It's gonna get worse fast. Well, not at this point in the game. It's gonna be worse later. You know what I mean? Anyway, time for new enemy, spiders. Well, that's it. I'm done. Everyone go home. Actually, no, I gotta fight deal with these guys. Actually, no, they're not the worst spiders I've ever seen in my life. But generally speaking, I have mentioned elemental weaknesses earlier, and these guys are hella weak to Agni Rouge. They're just, you will drop them so fast with it, especially when you have Agni Rouge or when you have Double Trigger on. Hell, I don't even need Double Trigger right now. I'm dropping like flies. The hard part about the spiders in this game, or the enemies in general, is that they don't flinch like at all, and they can block, they can parry, they can have a like crazy attack range, and pretty quick on their feet too. They have a pretty good amount of health too. However, with Agni Rouge, you're gonna toast them so fucking fast. You don't even need to care about it. Like, look at this. I'm on hard mode, and I'm just wasting these guys right now. I can't help but wonder if one of the reasons why the original Devil May Cry 3 before the special edition came out was so difficult is because Capcom wanted people to like take advantage of elemental weaknesses, but it wasn't fully implemented into the game, and there was no clue as to who was weak to what. I mean, you would never really guess that some dudes are weak to like light or like ice attacks or like fire attacks. You would never really guess that unless you're like just bored and just actually start comparing and contrasting damage outputs. That's a big if though, but you know what I mean. Alright, so this area. I'm gonna hang on to Agni Rouge for a while actually, but do I need to hang on to this? I don't know. I'm gonna try to hang on to it anyway. The worst part I find about Artemis though is that while you're charging it, you can't run. You're just kind of like stuck. So it's pretty much only necessary mid combo. Anyway, time for a real easy puzzle. Boop, boop. Okay, come on. You don't really need me to tell you what that was about. You just gotta break mirrors and to refract lines that central area right there. Now, you would probably get like if you're like really into game design like I am sometimes, you'd probably be able to tell, oh, that's easy mode. They're probably gonna like do more later and like do crazy shit with it. Nah, it's actually not true. Truth is that there's only like 2 puzzles like that in the entire game, and the second one you come across isn't really difficult whatsoever. It's just like a little. It takes place over a couple of rooms, and so even then, you're not really gonna have too much problems with it. Alright, these assholes. This area is actually pretty cool because it like forces you to like start dealing with range attacks. I don't mean like earlier where it was like optional. Here you have to deal with range attacks. And I'm just realizing I don't have my launcher on this move on his weapon yet. I need to fix that. Yeah, Artemis is really not serving me any purpose right now. I'm thinking about switching back to shotgun at some point. Actually, in this area, I'm definitely gonna be able to get one of the strongest guns in the game right behind you, Artemis. But that's gonna be up ahead, which I can actually get right now. Let's see, 2 dudes? Yeah, 2 dudes. Funny, I was playing on normal earlier. There's only 1 guy in here, so yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, they are actually changing up the enemy layouts. That's pretty cool. Ugh. I guess you get like combo like circle into forward circle. I don't know. Actually, that would be probably a better setup. Unfortunately, I don't like. The only reason I don't like Crystal is because, well, it's kind of like it requires you to like have your opponent right against a wall, which sometimes is pretty easy to do. Other times it's not. You know how it is. But anyway, these fucking areas right here are annoying. Not because of the enemies, but because of those goddamn spinning things on the sides. I don't know what they are. Gears, death blades. I don't know. But anyway, they're really obnoxious because they don't just damage you, they'll full on knock you back, and sometimes knock you under others, which will just like ping pong you sometimes if you don't dodge correctly. Trust me, it is a very much beginner noob trap, but yeah, even then, it still gets me sometimes too. So just be very careful when you're navigating this area right here. Oh man, Agni Rouge is actually really good. I don't think it's giving me speed boost though. Well, not much of one anyway. If it is, I barely notice it. There we go. Funny, I know pretty much all of the stat boosts for all the other weapons except this one. Alright, I really need to nail this one. Ah, shit. Hammer it! Oh, shit. Yeah, I didn't land that. Shit. Ooh, finally got. Didn't get. Wait, that one ended very prematurely. Hammer it! Ugh, let's eat shit. Yeah, it's going for that. I noticed the hitbox for sand attacks is usually very short, like very small. You would be able to run through it like in no time flat.